Hello and welcome to Janssen Books and Everything Fine. This is episode 2 of 2020. Today is Sunday the 19th of January 2020. My name is Nina. I'm coming to you from Essen in the Ruhr area here in Germany. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Michaela Luna. At the beginning, this video will contain advertising. I'm not paid for it. Everything is self-bought. So right into this episode, I already recorded it once before, but I wasn't aware of the of the length of this video as first of all, and it was way too quiet. I didn't set the sound on the right level, so nothing was to hear, and I had to start it again. Today's t-shirt is Baby Nifflers and Gold Coins by Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, as I'm a huge Harry Potter and Everything Around It fan. Today's lipstick is a bit bolder than normally. It's by Sleek. It's the colorway Smaller 796, if you'd like to know. So I've been a bit ill at the beginning of the year. First I got a migraine. After this I was really tired, but it's not that bad. So it was okay. But then I helped at work for searching some paper records in the cellar, and I think because of the house dust I got an allergic reaction with itchy skin, and that wasn't that nice. But after 2 days it was away, so everything was fine again. And on Wednesday afternoon I got some fever and shivering fits, and that wasn't really nice. I was laying in the bed and on the couch for 2 days until Friday afternoon, I think. Then it got better and I could start watching some series and try to knit. But that wasn't really fine. I already thought I wouldn't be able to record today, but yeah, here I am, happily. Again, my co-host is Tolly. Say hello, Tolly. And so put her back. And Miss Marilyn is watching over this podcast again. Yeah, some knitting, FOs and whoops, some stash enhancement, and we'll see where I get. Yeah, so first of all, I finished, this is a beautiful alpaca llama bag for it. I finished the Yarn Camp Yarn Camp Loop 2019, which I started last November. Sorry, crumpled. Which I started last November, and I finished it late on Friday, shortly before midnight, I think. It's 2 yarns, 2 colorways. The main color is this green, brown, turquoise, orange and yellow one, and then there's another orangey one here for the 2-color part. It's a pattern by 3 designers, especially for the Yarn Camp, which takes place every year at the beginning of November in Frankfurt here in Germany. And I'm not able to visit this Yarn Camp because my birthday is shortly before, and the birthday of my boyfriend is even shorter before this event, and we're on vacation mostly when it takes place, so I won't participate at this. But the pattern for this beautiful Ruby Cole with a free pattern, and so I decided to try my luck. I got the yarns for it, some of them were on discount, and I did the knitting. One of the yarns is Joya by Lana Grossa, so this is how much I've got left. 50% virgin wool merino, 50% polyacryl, 100 grams, 380 meters, so I knit up nearly everything of it, just a bit of yellow. And the other yarn is also by Lana Grossa, it's Ecopuno. It's 72% cotton, 17% virgin wool merino, 11% baby alpaca, 50 grams, 250 meters. This is orange colorway, and there's nearly everything of it left. So I have to think what to knit out of it. But I have some ideas. I used Knit Pro needles in 4mm. Metal tips and wooden needles, some red purplish colorway. I didn't do the I-cut bind off, that wasn't the pattern because I don't like to knit I-cuts. I just did a normal bind off. It's still pretty stretchy because I used 8mm needle tip for the bind off and some bluish color. It's from the same set as the other needles, and yeah, that's it. The project back is by Jibiru Sus on Etsy. She's from the UK, and the Handcam Coal is by 3 designers, as I told you before. The first part, the first lace part, just here down yellow, is from Sockside. Barbara is her name. Then the middle part, the 2-colored part here, is by Stina and Stitch. Her name is Kirsten. And the upper part, the wavy pattern, is by Tanja Steinbach. It's really long, it's really warm, it's really beautiful. I will be knitted in some violet berry colors again. So I will have 2 nearly full skeins of the Ecopuno, and I might do some color work knitting with it. I have to think about it, but when it will take place, I will tell you later this year, I think. So next I decided to knit some socks. This was a whip since the beginning of last year. I've knit them to this part here, this part. For the cuffs I did use some paillette yarn and silver, and it's a glittery sock yarn, and I put in some yellow and green beads. The pattern is with some 1x1 cables here. And now I finished the heels, and I did this yesterday on Saturday, and now I have the pattern at the front of the foot, but I don't do the purls anymore. It might be too hurtful when wearing them in shoes maybe. And I love how the heel comes out. Slip stitch heels. Colors are beautiful. I'm knitting them on 2.75mm circular knitting needles, 2 at a time, cuff down. These are driftwood circular needles by Lycocrafts. I'm using a strand from the inside and from the outside. While knitting on them, I'm using this beautiful acacia wood bowl I got at Hema. It's a shop from the Netherlands which has stores here in Germany too. This, so let's do the Payet yarn. The silvery Payet yarn is by King Co. Cosmos in the colorway Galactica. And the sock yarn is by one of my favorite German hand dyers, Frau Socke. It's a colorway Zaun Eidechsen Glitzer, Gecko Glitter, you could translate it. 420 meters, 100 grams, 75% yarn, virgin wool, 25% polyamide. And I used this beads by Rico Design 4mm rocailles in green and yellow. I knit them in with this beautiful old crochet hook in 0.75 millimeters. I got them, I think, from my grandma or from my mom. First I knit the cables with this cable needle, but one by one cables aren't that heavy to knit, so I do them without a cable needle right now. Pattern I use is this one, Gecko Socks by Elke Becker. You can find them on Ravelry. I'm not sure if I bought them or if they were free. You have to look it up, sorry. And as help for knitting in the beads, I use this tutorial by Birgit Freier, Die Wollust or Knitting Delight, which was really good and helpful. And yeah, I love how the yarn knits up, and I think I might finish them this week, hopefully. I already know which project I will knit next. My next whip is the Baker's Twine Potholders by Ducati. This is how far I am with the first one. It's nearly finished. You start with this kringle and then you knit the rest of the potholder, and I have to do a second one because you need a pair of potholders, don't you? It's green and grey, Slytherin colors. I'm knitting it out of Milleflee by Walleröde. It's 100% cotton, green and grey. Sorry for the hair. And the Ducati patterns are paid for patterns, so maybe you'd like to look up the Baker's Twine or one of her other patterns. They are already beautiful. And I will be doing a second pair of Baker's Twine potholders with other colors, but lighter this year. They're living in this turquoise cotton bag. So that's for finished objects and whips, and soon to come whips. Some stash enhancement, I think. First the stash enhancement first the purchase, not stash enhancement. First the purchase that has nothing to do with knitting or yarn. There's a big empty space in my bedroom above my bed, which needs a picture, some painting, whatever. I couldn't decide until now which motif I'd like to have. Thought about Van Gogh, perhaps Starry Night, or the sunflowers or something like this. I have to look for birds, sorry. Or maybe something that goes perfectly with my living room, Marilyn Monroe, but I wasn't sure. I talked with a colleague of mine and she told me she did some jigsaws around Christmas with her daughter, with her grown-up adult daughter. And I thought, wow, that's a good idea. I do like jigsaws. And I asked my boyfriend what he thinks about it, and he said, yeah, good idea. And asked him if he would help me doing the jigsaws, and he said, yes, I would love to. Because we tried to do some gaming afternoons, but he doesn't like it really. He's not into card games or anything like this. But jigsaws are a new thing, maybe. So I searched for some beautiful jigsaws, and I found some, and I asked him for his opinion, and at the end we decided for two jigsaws that go really great together, I think, and we're doing them. So here they are. Marilyn Monroe, and Elvis Presley, something from my 50s hard rock and roll, rockabilly, vintage, whatever loving 40s to the 60s art, right? So these are the two jigsaws we will be doing. What next? Yes, stash enhancement, or yeah, stash enhancement. Brexit is coming. So yeah, I'm living in Europe, in the European Union, and Brexit is coming. So Great Britain will leave the European Union, and not sure how this will affect the economy and the prices and ordering in Great Britain, and so I thought I need some project bags, because my most favorite sewers for project bags are from the UK. So I went to Etsy and searched for my favorite shops, and I ordered 4 project bags at Amelia Extra. This small sock project bag with a gingerbread man, drawstring. Then this bigger project bag with drawstring and little mice on it, because mice. What else? Then this zipper closed watched project bag with female Disney villains, Ursula, Maleficent, the Cruella de Vil, and the Evil Queen in a beautiful purple, one of my favorite colors. The other side is nearly the same. And then a really big zipper closed wedged project bags, perfect for sweater knitting. Plans for this year. Slytherin! Yeah, my Slytherin heart is joyful and happy. So these are the 4 project bags I got from Amelia Extra. You can search her on Etsy. Yeah, that's the word. We're at Brexit. Already last December I ordered some things from Muffy and the Squid. She's from Scotland, so she's affected by the Brexit too when it comes up. And I ordered this beautiful set of rainbow colored minis. It's 100% superwash merino single ply, 400 meters, 100 grams. There are 10 mini skeins, so they have around 10 grams each. And these beautiful rainbow colors. And I also ordered by her this colorway. It's Industrial Accident. It's a sock yarn. It's 75% superwash, blue face lacer, 25% nylon, 420 gram, 420 meters on 100 gram. White with all those beautiful colorful patches. Then I got this skein, with browns and yellows and speckles. It's Death Head Hawk Moth, 75% superwash blueface lace, 25% nylon, 120 meters, 100 grams. Then I found this really interesting quality. The colorway's name is Distant Galaxies. 84% superwash merino, 16% cotton naps, 400 meters on 100 grams. It's dark gray, nearly black, and dark violet, dark purple, cotton naps, which I think would look great together with this colorway. It's a mini skein. It's the colorway name is Northern Lights. 75% merino, 25% nylon, superwash treated, 84 meters on 20 gram mini for cuffs, heels, toes maybe. Yeah, I think they will work together perfectly. So these are my orders from the UK. Then I already ordered at the beginning of December some yarns from Zalando Lounge. They had a sale on Schachenmeier, Gedifra and Rowan yarns. Sorry, I need to take a sip of coffee. My cup. Keep calm and carry on knitting. So they had a sale on Rowan, Gedifra and Schachenmeier yarns. As Schachenmeier was is almost was almost just sock yarn, and I have so many sock yarns from them or other I like yarns. I thought no sock yarn, but I couldn't decide. Or no, not. I couldn't hold back on the other yarns. The story behind this is at work my direct bureau colleague is a knitter too, and we speak a lot about our knitting projects, and we found out at the beginning of December that another colleague of ours is a knitter too, and one day she came into our bureau and told us, on Zalando there's a sale on sock yarn and other yarns, and it was Zalando Lounge, where you can get a great discount on all the things there, mainly clothing, but they had a sale on yarns too, and so we took a look at them and we fell in love and we both ordered. I think the other colleague that told us about it ordered too. And I fell in love with this colorway and yarn on first sight. This beautiful greenish turquoise. It's Rowan, it's pure wool superwash DK, 50 gram skeins, 125 meters, and it's 100% wool. What's really important to know is these were 5 scale packages. The discount was superb. It was more than 50% discount, or around 50% discount, so totally okay. Packages with 5 skeins, so I have to decide what to do with them, if I knit up socks or something else. We'll see. So this beautiful colored DK Rowan yarn. Then another package of 5 skeins is this one. also by Rowan. It's pure wool superwash worsted, 100 gram and 200 meters. I already had one skein of this yarn in a goodie bag, which I knit up into indigo leaf socks by Jorge Locatelli, and I loved the yarn and I loved the colorway, and so purple, né? You can't go wrong with purple. So I got me another 5 skein package with this beautiful Rowan worsted yarn and socks. So who knows? And last but not least of this order at Zalando is this yarn. No, not just a 5 skein package, 3 5 skein packages. So I have 15 balls of yarn from this beautiful Gediefra yarn. It's Dolce, 120 meters on 120 meters on 50 gram. It's a dark gray. It's really, really soft. It's 90% virgin wool, 10% cashmere, and I think I will try to knit a sweater or a cardigan with it. It's more than enough yarn for a sweater for me, so we'll see. I just fell in love with the yarn, and a friend of mine told me she used this yarn before for a sweater for her in a light gray, and she told me that this lifts up beautifully and is really, really soft. So yeah. So what next? I ordered at Halu the Ugly Bunny. It's a German dyer. I ordered her 4 rainbow mini set merino sock yarn. Can you see the beautiful colors? 4 rainbow. What to say more about this? 75% virgin wool, Australian merino, 22 microns, semiolecin free, 25% polyamide, 100 gram, 400 meters, so 10 gram mini skeins, and maybe I'll knit these up with the Motti and the Squid rainbow set, because they might go well together. A shawl or something like this. We'll see. That's for this. These were the most recent stash enhancements. No, Shibot Garner, a new to me dyer. Also a German hand dyer, Shibot yarns, Shibot Garner, a card. She had a sale because she moved and didn't wish to take all of her yarns with her before this move. And she had a variety of different sock yarns, which I wish to try out. BFL socks, 75% superwash blue flace Daystow, 25% nylon, 425 meters on 100 gram. The colorway is mermaid, turquoise and light purple. Then another quality are the bot socks, 75% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, 420 meters, 100 gram. The colorway is bittersweet, some rosy, like old roses color. Just beautiful. And then there was a set of 3 full skeins of sock yarn, which she put together in her soft socks quality, 80% merino extra, extra fine 20% polyamide, 400 meters, 100 gram. The first skein is Treasure in this beautiful yellow. Then there's Squeeze in this minty color with some yellow and purple in it. And the third one is Magical in this beautiful violet color. I will hold them up next to each other so that you can see how matchy they are. They came together as a set of 3. Maybe a shawl instead of 3 pairs of socks, who knows. And I got a little mini skein of yarn in her soft decay. The colorway is Lime Juice, just for testing it. It's a goodie, you might say. Light greens with a bit of yellow. Lime Juice. So this is my order at Shebot Garner. And I also ordered some yarns before this newest order. Moment. I ordered at one of my favorite dyers here in Germany, Frau Odersocke. I've shown you 2 skeins of this order before. This one, Besenflug, Broomflight, and this one, Witch's Bloom. And there were some more skeins in this order, which I'd like to show it to you too. I ordered them in October last year, October 2019. So these are special colorways for October, for Halloween. To be for, and then the next ones too. And some more yarns, some more colorways. This one is Hexerei, Witchery, greens, purples. Then we have Gespensternebel, Ghost Fog. Main color is grey with purple and green turquoise, I think. Yeah. Then we have Kürbiskuchen, Pumpkin Pie. So these were the normal socks yarns. Then I have one skein of 6-ply sock yarn, Goldnuss, Golden Nut. These beautiful shades of brown. Then I've got 2 skeins of 60% virgin wool, 25% bamboo, 15% polyamide. They have a wonderful sheen like silk, really soft. And this is Polar Lights, Polarlichter on German, Polarlichter, Polar Lights, or Aurora Borealis. This is a blue, a turquoise, and a light green. And I got this one, a light grey and a yellow, golden yellow. It's Mondsilber, Moon Silver. And then I got 2 skeins of tweed yarn, tweed sock yarn. This one with different shades of blue and blue, greenish blue. It's Irische See, Irish Sea. And last but not least, this one, which is called Black Amber. Here you can see the tweedy speckles. So this was the order at Frau Odersocke, which I really, really love. Her colors are so beautiful and bright and just stunning. So what next? Ah yeah, I recently ordered at Das Mondschaf, another German hand dyer. She also had packages of 3 skeins of sock yarn. Her sock yarn, one of her sock yarns is called Pegasus, and I got these 3 skeins. This one here, 75% merino superwash, 25% polyamide, 420 meters on 100 gram. Unknown colorway name. Doesn't say which colorway this is. Then there was this. There's reds and green yellows. And this one. Dark grey, light grey, and some color just speckles in it. I think something like yellow or reddish. This one's called Iron Throne, after the Game of Thrones series. So this was the set of 3 skeins of sock yarn I got from her. And I also ordered something for spinning. This is 100% Shetland wool in different shades of grays. This one is blue-faced Leicester, 75% blue-faced Leicester, 12.5% silk and 12.5% linen flax. Also for spinning, and golden yellow and red and kind of greenish, blackish green yellow. Very soft. Also from Das Mondschaf. So I think I need to get back into spinning. I also had the advent calendar of minis from Das Mondschaf, but I will show this in the next episode because I have to rewrite it a bit, I think. So that's it. I pre-ordered with a friend of mine the newest publication of Line magazine. It's a book about 52 weeks of socks. It's called 52 patterns around sock patterns, and it will be out on February 14th for Valentine's Day. We pre-ordered it together because of the Porto. And Porto, I have to look it up. Sometimes my brain is a bit. Yeah, postal charges, postal rate, postage, because of the postage. Postage and packing costs. Yeah, because of the postage and package costs. They were much too high from Finland to Germany for just ordering one book. And they were the same when ordering 2 books, so we did them order together. Yeah. So that's on Yarny Goodnesses. I would like to speak about some entertainment things too. I do have Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I watched The Witcher not last week but the week before, before I got ill, and I really liked it. I didn't know that there was a book series. I thought the series was based on the computer games, and I learned while watching the trailer for the series that there is a book series too. And I ordered the first book, and I started to read it, but I watched the series first on Netflix, and I really liked it. The different main characters, time zones, and how they come together, and the different storylines, and it's really interesting. And I like fantasy, so yeah. Another fantasy series I watched was in the beginning or in the middle of at the beginning of December on Amazon Prime, Carnival Row. I tried to watch it before in English in November, but my English wasn't good enough to get everything, so I decided to wait until the German translation was out, and so I watched it at the beginning of December, and I really loved it. I can't say it in another way. I loved it. So many extra political developments and were involved, and some hints how this was managed in the past, and so many parallel things to history and to today's refugee politics put into a fantasy setting. Very emotional at the end. Can't wait for the next season, to be honest. Good characters, interesting characters, and nice setting. Even though it was from the theme, it was very heavy. I can't word it in another way because it was. It has so many parallelities, similarities to the politics right now, especially the refugees politics, and yeah. So this was nice. A series I recently started, which is an older series on Netflix. I'm watching it on Netflix. Is Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. It's new to me. It's set in the 1920s in Australia, and it's really fun to watch. Yeah, and I did some podcast watching on YouTube. I have some podcasts that I watched every episode, and recently watched the most recent ones, and then I started some new and to try them out. I can't tell you much about them, but I tried them. The ones I really like is Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits, Periscoping Sisters, Yarn Horror Podcast, the podcast by Jorge Locatelli. So they are from the American continent, from the US, and from Argentina. Then I have the UK podcast Tea and Possibilities, which I really like, and I recently started with the Stranded podcast by Amy Florence. Then I have two Finnish podcasts, English speaking. They are English speaking by Sari Nitz. The designer is Sari Nordlund, and Nina and Knitting. Really lovely to watch. Then a friend of mine has a German speaking podcast, Stricken im Zoo. So for all of you who are from Germany or understand German, maybe you'd like to have a look at her podcast too. And the most recent one that I just started, and I can't tell you much about it. So the other ones are great. I really like them. And then there's the newest one is Faber Knitwear. She's a Norwegian knitter and knitwear designer. What I like about this podcast is that her designs are vintage inspired designs, and I just started it. I'm at the beginning of 2019, so there are quite some podcasts from her to watch. and yeah, we'll see how this comes on. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's the first book of the Witcher series in German. Nice design of the book series. They are all in this design. And I just started it. I can't tell you a lot about it. It's nice to read. And just one recommendation. I think there are some new editions of this one. It's a book for sock knitting, Der geniale Sockenworkshop, The Brilliant Sock Knitting Workshop. It's by Eva Jostas and Stephanie van der Linden. For all of you from Germany, I can recommend this book for sock knitting. My edition is really old. It's from, I'm not sure from when it is. From 2013, I think. 2013. But there are newer editions out with a different design. Yeah, so maybe you'd like to have a look for it in it. I really love the different kinds of heels and toes, and yeah, it's my go-to book while knitting socks. Mostly I know what to do when knitting socks, but sometimes I have to look up some specific techniques. Sometimes I'd like to try something new, a new toe maybe, and so I have to look it up, and then I mostly go to this book. Yeah, I think that's it for today. There were more things I wish to show to you, and I'd like to talk to you, but I think the time doesn't allow it. I tried to record this podcast before. I don't know if I told it to you at the beginning of this episode. Yeah, I told it. But then the hour was over and I didn't have enough time, and I was cut out, and the sound wasn't high enough. It was, you couldn't hear anything I told. So yeah, I started new, and here I am. Under 50 minutes, yeah. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching again. I hope you liked this episode. I'm the not crazy one, but I'm not straight in talking. Too many thoughts in my brain. And sometimes I forget my English words because not my mother tongue. I'm German, and but I tried my best with all the equipment I have. It's not much, just an iPad now, you know. But I do my best. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Hope you could understand everything. You can comment down below. You can comment on Instagram, or send me a direct message on Instagram. You can send me a direct message on Ravelry, and yeah, let me know what you think about this episode or about the things I showed you. Maybe you'd like to tell me what you would like to know about my knitting or about anything else. I won't promise to answer every question, but I will try to answer all the knitting related or yeah, questions that you have. Yes, so I think that's it for today. Goodbye. maybe I will be able to do it in 2 weeks again. Wish me luck for this. Bye for today.